Hi viewers and welcome to this repair. So you've bought a brand new starter, you've installed it on the car and it didn't help. Okay, you have the same problem again. When you turn the ignition key, it either clicks or the car cranks slowly, there's weak cranking, there is no cranking at all, there is no power and so on. Well, in that case, this video should help. In this video, we'll go through the 5 most common scenarios. We're going to show you the most common symptoms and how to possibly solve it. What's also important, we're going to show this on my wife's Renault Clio, which is a great example for this because it is a very simple car with a very simple and smaller engine, and you can see all the details of what you're supposed to do. I'm saying this because we're going to show the basic principle of what you're supposed to do, so whatever car you drive, this video might help. Also, to avoid confusion, since if you have a different engine layout and a bigger engine or something like that, you're essentially going to do the same thing on that car. So I hope this video helps. Stay tuned.
DespairRepair.com.
Now, dear viewers, the first scenario is the rarest one, and that is when there is no power at all. So you've installed the starter, you've reconnected the battery, put the minus battery clamp onto the battery, you turn the ignition key, and there are no dashboard lights, no interior lights. Of course, there is no cranking and so on. Well, the first thing you should check in that case is the battery and the connections to the battery. If everything was okay, you should have checked this before you bought the starter, okay? Checking the battery is the number one thing you should do if you suspect a starter problem. Let's say you did. Let's say you did and the battery was okay. Well, in that case, first check the battery connections, okay? Check if these battery clamps are clean and if they are tightened. If you see any kind of buildup on them, any kind of filth, take them off and clean them. A very common problem for this is when you take off the minus battery clamp, it's not cleaned. When you return it, you sometimes forget to tighten it, you sometimes forget to clean it, and there's no connection, and this can cause that problem. One more thing, there is even an option that the battery was okay when you had the starter problem. But because it's lay dormant for, I don't know, a couple of days, or you had this problem during the winter season when it's cold, maybe the battery condition was not that good before the problem appeared and so on. So it could have gotten depleted in the meantime, okay, when you replace the starter. So all in all, if there is no power, that is the first thing to check. Next, dear viewers, you may have the problem with slow cranking. This is a very common problem. So when you had the starter problem, the car was cranking slowly, you installed the new starter and it's exactly the same thing. The first thing you should check, of course, is, again, I will mention the battery condition. If the battery is depleted for some reason, you have to change it, otherwise there will be weak cranking. After that, you should check the connection from the battery to the starter. So on the starter, we're going to show this on the Clio. It's the old starter, but this is just an example. What you are supposed to check are these connections on the solenoid. I don't know how much you can see this. I'm going to try it from this angle right here. So these are the connections that you should check. This is the main connection, this under this 13mm nut that goes from the battery to the starter. Okay, that's the main power input. If this connection here is filthy, if it is rusty, and if it's not spick and span clean, and the nut also, if it isn't clean, it will cause a bad connection to the starter and it will cause weak cranking. If you see any of this, if you see filth and rust, be sure take the minus battery clamp off and clean it if you haven't done prior to installing the starter. And the third thing regarding weak cranking that you should check is the ground connections on the car. We've made a separate video on this topic. I'm going to leave a link in the corner and the video description so you can take a look how important this is. If you have any kind of other electrical faults, this is a very overlooked problem. You should first check the connection on the minus battery clamp. Then check the connection from the minus battery clamp to the car body. On the Clio, that would be right here. Okay, and be sure to check the connection from the car body to the engine. Here it is this copper braid. On most cars it is either a copper braid like this one or a thick cable, and in this case it's connected from the car body to the transmission and thus to the engine. Make sure that all of these connections are clean and tight. If any of them are rusty, dirty, or loose, it will cause weak cranking. The next very common scenario is that when you turn the ignition key, there is power to the battery, the dashboard lights do appear, all of the appliances work, but when you turn the ignition key, absolutely nothing happens. The dashboard lights stay the same, everything stays the same, there is no cranking. In this case, the connection that I would recommend checking first, and which is the most common cause of problems in this case, is this cable right here. Okay, it is smaller, of course, than the bigger cable that comes from the battery, and it is input from the ignition switch. Okay, so this is what gives input to the solenoid to engage the starter. Now, this cable, lots of times, is either filthy, the connector here may be broken or faulty, it may be sometimes not put onto the solenoid properly, and sometimes people even forget to return it. Or sometimes they don't put it on properly, so they just slide the plastic part inside and the metal part isn't touching the connector on the solenoid, so that's even a worse case where sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So in this case, I would check all of the connections on the starter, but I would mainly check this wire right here. Another very common scenario is that you hear the clicking sound again. Oftentimes, people replace the starter exactly for this reason. So they turn the ignition key, instead of cranking, they hear the clicking sound. Here's what you can do. First, check the condition of the battery and check the connections on the battery. Now, I must mention, since this is a good example, if you have a situation like this one where the main cables are connected with screws or nuts to the main battery clamp, check these connections also. So first check the condition of the battery and the connections. After this, check the connections to the starter. Regarding clicking, the main connection you should check is this one, the big cable from the battery. Check if it's clean and everything is okay. Of course, check all the other connections, but mainly check the big cable. The last thing you should check regarding clicking is, does the engine turn over? What I mean is, do the inner parts of the engine turn, and to make sure that the engine is not seized. This is a car with a manual transmission, so I put it in 4th gear. I'm gonna sway it a bit, and as you can see, the pulleys turn, and I can see that the engine isn't seized. Another good way to do this is to, I always like to do this if I suspect a seized engine, when the starter is off, you can put a screwdriver in this opening where the front housing of the starter enters the transmission. You could put a screwdriver inside and you can try and turn the flywheel. And this way you'll be sure that the engine isn't seized. Sometimes if there's really bad luck, or for instance there's some prior problem with the engine, and if it's seized, people lots of times do not know this and they buy a new starter thinking that it's a problem with it, and in effect it's a problem with the engine. And dear viewers, for the final scenario that is also pretty rare, and that is, instead of cranking, you hear a sharp screeching and grinding sound. It sounds something like this. So you turn the key and you hear like this. I hope I reproduced it properly. The most common reason in the majority of cases for this is a damaged flywheel, namely the teeth on the flywheel. So the teeth on the pinion gear of the starter cannot engage the teeth on the flywheel, and instead they just scrape on the flywheel on those bad teeth and they cause that sound. The most common cause of this is that there could be material fatigue, of course, but a very common cause is that at some point the starter was left engaged when the engine started, and because of that the pinion gear stayed engaged and it could damage the teeth. That's at least what I saw is the most common reason for this. There could be some kind of other mechanical damage when the clutch set was replaced or something like that, but that's really rare. The proper way to check this, if you hear this, is to again take off the minus battery clamp, disconnect the starter, take it off, and through the opening where the starter was, take a screwdriver, and if the car is a manual, put it into neutral, take the screwdriver and turn the flywheel one tooth at a time, so to say. And surely you will come across a section where the teeth are damaged. So, dear viewers, those were, at least in our opinion, the most common scenarios what can happen. What can I say for the end? And I mentioned this in most of our videos. Make a proper diagnosis of the problem. We've showed how to diagnose a starter problem in a separate video. Again, I'm going to leave the link in the corner of this video and in the video description so you can take a look. The whole diagnosis takes, I don't know, about, let's say 10 to 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, and you'll know what's going on. If you're more experienced with cars, just by the sound, you'll know what's going on. Proper diagnosis is key for solving this. Most of the problems which inspired this video come from people hurrying to buy a new starter. I've seen this dozens of times. Okay, they see the starter is clicking or the starter has a weak cranking. They run to the part shop, buy a new starter, install it, and they get to this point, what we talked about in the video. So, dear viewers, if you encounter this problem, God forbid, first make a proper diagnosis, see what's happening, and then go and buy parts. This applies not only to the starter, but almost to every car problem that there is. Thank you very much, dear viewers, for watching. I hope this video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. If you find the time, watch our other videos where we try and help you have a easier life with your car and with car maintenance. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your time.